Once upon a time, I would have considered myself to be quite an adrenaline seeker. I used to love doing things that made me feel physically alive. They were things that took me out of my comfort zone, but at the same time, when I achieved them, they made me feel so good and made me feel like I could do anything. Now, of course, like many of us in this place, there were some things that, for love or money, I would not be trying them. However much of a thrill I wanted, they were maybe a little bit too much for me to do. But generally, I would try lots of different things. And I know that this is something that we all pretty much need to do, whether it is something on a physical level or mentally. We are designed to always be looking at doing things better. I don't know of anybody who is happy just not to try things, just not to do things. I don't know how fulfilled that person is or how much joy they have in their lives. I know that even on a simple level, we all need to be trying to do things that just make us feel that bit more uplifted and a bit better. And for anybody that does things that pushes them a little bit, what we're doing is you're igniting that part of your body that is not always awake, that place that when you're there, it boosts your energy, it boosts your belief and your confidence. It helps you to remember that you're able to adapt to different situations. It's the stuff of being who we are, being human, being animal. So I really feel that it's something that we all need to do, and do it in whatever place or whatever way that works for us. My challenges and the things that I find I need to do to wake up that part of my body are going to be different to what somebody else needs to do. We're all very unique in that way. So a few years ago, when I was then diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, now you see, at the time when I was diagnosed, I was still running, jumping, cycling miles, lots of miles a day. I was really doing things on a very physical level, and I loved it. And so I thought to start with that maybe I had been misdiagnosed, because really the only thing that happened when I had these episodes of MS was that my balance would probably be a little bit off. I'd have headaches, I'd feel fatigued, and I'd need to retire to my bed for a few days and rest. But apart from that, I was fine. And, these episodes would come and literally go at the drop of a hat. So that one day I was feeling really quite unwell, and then the following day it would be as if I was back to normal, nothing had happened. And this, of course, was what they call relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis. But at the time I didn't know the extent of what it was like and what it was to actually be able to talk to you and share this with you. But slowly but surely after that, I seemed to transition from that relapsing remitting place to a place where some of the symptoms that I would normally have during the relapsing remitting period, they never left. And then I stopped being able to cycle, and I couldn't stand up for very long. And there were a number of things that were evidently and quite clearly out of my reach. But one of the things that I found a real struggle was just not being able to walk up too many stairs at any time. In our home, on our top floor, I have my studio, my lovely art studio, where I'd spend lots of time painting, crafting, listening to music, just in my own world. It's a beautiful floor, and being that it's the top floor, high up enough, it meant that when I looked out of the windows, there were no other buildings that interrupted the light and the view. So the light up there and the view up there was amazing. And over a period of time, I couldn't get to this floor anymore, because for this particular floor to get here, the stairs, there were more stairs, and they were steeper. This was the hardest thing for me, to find that there was a part of my home that I could no longer be in, I could no longer see and enjoy. It was a place that I could create and make things to help me cope with pain, for instance. And now this place wasn't available for me to be in. And it was then that I realised that challenging things give you the same feeling as seeking adrenaline. And I decided to make it a thing that I would try and get up into this room. I believed I could, but I didn't know how it would happen. And while I was now in the secondary progressive stage of my MS, there was something inside me that said that I was still going to get up these stairs. And I always remember the first time I went into that room after a couple of years, the dust that had built up, the boxes that were lying around, just unfinished things that were sitting there, all waiting for me to come back. And I always remember that when I have those days that maybe I'm feeling tired again, my body's not working as it's supposed to, I'm feeling a bit weaker, I remind myself that I will get back up into that room again. And when I'm walking those stairs, I remind myself that it doesn't matter how many breaks I take along the way, and sometimes I need to sit down for a bit as I'm going up the stairs. If I've got the aim to be in that place, to be in my space, in my studio, that is exactly what's going to happen. So you see, having goals, for me, has become that adrenaline seeking side of me, where when I do it, I feel accomplished and fulfilled, and I feel like I've achieved stuff. So for you today, what is it that will make you feel that you have achieved something? What do you need to do to get into that place inside you that sparks and releases that energy that will keep you going and make you realise that there's so much more that you can do, that you are so much more adaptable to different situations? What is that thing that you need to do to help you find that place? I really hope that you are always looking for something that will keep you going, for something that will keep you ignited, keep you fulfilled in your life, whatever that thing is. And remember, it's unique to you. So it's not about looking at what you're doing and thinking that maybe it's not a big enough challenge for you. If there's a part of you that wonders whether you will achieve it or not, then it's exactly the challenge for you. I hope that you will keep looking for that side of you, because we all have it. It's there to help us. It's there to give us something back. It's there to provide us with the tools we need in times of adversity. Bye-bye.